Bulletcast for life.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 2020 WWE TLC Recap. It's your boy and new Bulletcast champion, Brandon Tanguma. Alongside me, sitting electronically more than 6 feet away from me, is my lovely and esteemed co-host, Phillip Antwine. Phillip, I know you're a little under the weather. This is your flu game, but how are you doing today?
It's not really a flu, man. Like I feel pretty decent right now. It's just like one of those 24-hour things, I guess you could say. Like last night, I don't know, like after I recorded in the click with Baby Huey, I don't know what came over me, man. And then all day at work, it was not a happy sight.
Well,
Yeah.
after watching the ending to TLC, I think I just saw a man be murdered on my television screen. So right now, I don't feel so all right. I feel kind of physically ill watching that main event, but we'll talk about it.
We are going to talk about that. I mean, congratulations to you. You're the new Bullet Cast champion. You ended 2020 on a. Is this your first run this year? Actually, no, it's not.
This is my second run, my third run.
I think. Oh, you had it at the Rumble. You lost it.
I had
You
a nice long drought, and then I think I won it
you got it in like August, and then you
back
lost.
around SummerSlam, and then I had
Yeah.
my Sasha Banks, run.
You lost it again, and now you're ending 2020 on a high note. But I do want to let you know, for the first time ever, Wrestle Kingdom Day 1, January 4th, my birthday, the Bullet Cast Championship's on the line.
Well, I guess I got to get back up on my New Japan. I have been slipping, but I definitely will be staying up all night
Just
to watch me some Wrestle
Just
Kingdom.
listen to Into the Stratosphere with Cindy. You'll learn it all.
Shout out Cindy. Send some prayers her way. She's dealing with some family issues. Her mother went to the hospital, I believe, yesterday. So keep Cindy and her family in your thoughts and prayers, and hopefully everything pulls through with her.
Absolutely, Cindy. We're thoughts and prayers going out to you and your family. Hopefully, your mom kicks out it too.
So let's get into the TLC pay-per-view, the last show for WWE in pay-per-view, I guess, in 2020. And since I'm hosting, I don't leave out the kickoff shows. And we had a match on the kickoff show. It was an 8-man tag team match. We had Dana Bryan, Big E, Otis, and Chad Gable taking on Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro. The babyfaces win in around 8 minutes and 30 seconds, with Big E ending with the Big E covering Sami Zayn for the victory. Phillip, I didn't watch this match because I was too busy watching football. Did you watch this match?
No, I did not. I did not see this. But Big E and Sami Zayn had, interactions. Or Sami Zayn was a focal part of TLC tonight, confronting Caleb Braxton about leaked audio, and then him telling Big E, you're a joke. You can't be successful without Woods and Kofi. So I guess this Friday we're getting an Intercontinental Championship match. Is that correct?
I believe so. And on Talking Smack last week, Paul Heyman pretty much said the same thing, that Big E has all the physical tools, but sometimes he's just too over the top. He's too comedic. And I love the line at the end where I think Paul Heyman said, when everyone thinks of Big E, they think of the New Day, but when everyone thinks of Roman Reigns, they don't even think about the Shield. So I thought that was just like a perfect little parallel of the two guys in this possible storyline. And there were a lot of people are hoping for Big E to win the Royal Rumble. I still don't see it yet because we're only a month out and they haven't been protecting Big E like they would if he was going to have that real main event title run.
Yeah, Heyman said when people think about E, they think of New Day. When people think about Roman, they don't even think about the shit. That's deep. That's really deep.
Talking Smack is coming back. It's been pretty good. I think Kevin Owens had a face-to-face with Paul Heyman on this week's episode. There's good stuff going down on Talking Smack.
It's nothing without Renee Young, but who hosts that? Caleb Braxton.
My girl Kayla. Shout out Kayla Braxton.
I mean she does good work. I'm a fan of Kayla. Absolutely.
All right, let's get into the actual show. We kick it off with a WWE title match, Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles, TLC match for the WWE title. And at the end, it did turn into a triple threat match because I told you this was going to happen. The Miz cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase. All in all, Drew McIntyre wins in 28 minutes. We had Drew being strong early on. AJ makes a little bit of a comeback. They go back and forth, fight for the title. Miz cashes in, puts Drew McIntyre through a table after Drew threw AJ through a table, which, I mean, God bless AJ. He's 40 now, and he's taken some nasty bumps in this match. And I thought the finish was absolutely fantastic. I thought there was moments throughout where believably each guy could have won, but in the end, Drew McIntyre wins. No successful cash in for The Miz. Thank God.
I mean, I've been very vocal about this. I have wanted to see Miz regain the WWE title because I mean he's ready. This is a different Miz from 10 years ago. He's ready. He's absolutely ready for it. I was a little bummed, that he didn't walk out the champion. But as for the match, I gave it a B. There were good spots. I mean, AJ. I mean, he's like 42, 43. Like he's a early 40s, but I mean he's still taking crazy bumps like that. And I mean, AJ just to perform at this constant level still at that age, that's very impressive. Drew and AJ, I think they worked well together. Osgood he was a difference maker. He chased off John Morrison, put Miz through a table. But all in all, Drew McIntyre, he is going to leave 2020 as the WWE champion.
I think as he should. I think he's had a fair run throughout the entire year. I know without the fans, it hasn't been that great visually, but Phillip, what do you got to say about that?
Just go check out Baby Huey's interview with Drew McIntyre he did a couple days before TLC. One of my questions was used in the interview.
Oh, must be nice. Must be nice.
It is.
So me personally, I'm going to give this one a B plus. I really enjoyed this match. I thought the action between Drew, it was kind of set up in three distinct parts. Drew, then AJ's part, and then the kerfuffle at the end with all three of them. I really enjoyed it. I kind of want them to possibly set up a regular one-on-one singles match at the Royal Rumble just to kind of see what they can do. Because we saw in this match, I think AJ and Drew have some good chemistry. With AJ being a little undersized, it is kind of, hard for him to get the heat on Drew, but I thought they did a nice job working over the leg. Omos, I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce his name.
Yeah.
He was utilized, he got involved kind of with Drew, but then he kind of made the save, quote unquote, when Miz was climbing the ladder, and he just like picked up the Miz like a baby and just dropped him on a table. It really shows that Omos is really green at this point, and I don't think they can trust him to do too much, especially some high risk like that.
That's why he gets sent back to the Performance Center.
Him and Keith Lee on the same level.
No. And another thing, notice no Sheamus. Sheamus didn't come help his friend with all this mess was going on.
Well, Drew McIntyre didn't help out Sheamus last week when he was getting his ass beat, which I forgot to talk about. Drew, not a good look, my boy, if you're trying to be a good friend.
Absolutely. I would love to see AJ and Drew one-on-one in a regular match. Imagine the sell AJ's going to give that Claymore. It's going to be beautiful.
It will be beautiful. Kayla Braxton talked to Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman gives a brief promo about the match. Then we get into Sasha Banks taking on Carmella for the women's SmackDown title with Carmella's how do you say it? What's his name? Sommelier, I think.
Reginald, yeah.
But like his official title is a sommelier, because I guess it's like a wine person, like the person who brings you the wine and tells you all about it.
Oh yes. He tells you if it has a nice body and whatnot. Yeah.
So Reggie gets involved occasionally, but Sasha ends up winning in about 12 minutes, gets the bank statement tap out victory. Match I thought was good. It's a Carmella match, so you can't exactly have too high of expectations. I feel as though they met them. So I'm going to give this one like a B minus. It was solid. It was only 12 minutes. So it wasn't like an epic match by any means. It still feels like it's early in the program, so maybe they're going to have another one at Royal Rumble or something like that. But it wasn't offensive. It was no one got hurt, so all we can ask for.
I give it a B. Give it a B for Boss. Give it a B for Banks. I'm surprised they're still letting her use her Snoop Dogg theme, even though they're incredibly upset with him right now.
Are they actually upset with him? Because it's Snoop Dogg. D.O. can do whatever the hell he wants.
Can he though? Can he though?
It's Snoop Dogg. I think Snoop Dogg is. I'm not saying he's bigger than WWE, but he's bigger than WWE.
Wow.
He doesn't need WWE to be successful. Let's just say that.
I mean, yeah, he's been successful for like the past 25 years.
He had a good run.
He did have a good run. He still has those bars. Catch that rap he did at the Tyson Roy Jones fight.
Heard he's gonna come out with a joint album with Too Short, E40, Ice Cube. So maybe finally,
really,
Snoop Dogg's career he'll get the break he deserves.
But didn't E40 and Too Short just have like a little rap battle or something?
Yeah, it was amazing
I I,
yesterday.
I haven't seen it. Is this good?
It's amazing. Whole Bay Area came to watch this show, and it definitely. I've never watched any of the other versus shows before, but I had to rep the Bay. Town business. We always talk about it. E40, Too Short. It was amazing.
Did Too Short hit his favorite word?
He said it all the time. It was uncensored, baby.
What's his favorite word, Brandon?
Bitch.
Oh,
You asked me. You asked me what his favorite word is.
hit some E40 for us now, bro. You?
Ugh. It's the 40 water.
Oh my, that's.
Anyway, so after the match, we had Billy Kay approach Asuka backstage, asking her to be her tag team partner. Billy Kay approached Asuka with her resume, and she said that she can speak Japanese and may or may not have done a little offensive Japanese accent with her mask on. Asuka says, "No, thank you. I got the position is already filled," and she moseys uh, on her merry way.
Um, I could get used to Billy Kay just fattening up the resume like that. I also do this, I also do that, and then not actually being able to do it. It builds up like that, and then eventually she's gonna say something, and she's actually gonna be able to do it.
As someone who's been on the job hunt ever since I graduated, sometimes you got to fluff up that resume and say you can do things that you actually can't do.
I know what you mean, man. Like on my resume, I have a lot of certifications. Do I actually have them? Next match.
Exactly. If they don't ask you for documentation, then you have the documentation. The New Day take on the Hurt Business for the Raw Tag Team titles. And we have new Raw Tag Team champions as Cedric and Shelton capture those tag titles as Cedric hits the blind tag and pins Kofi, I believe, with the lumbar check to get the win. About 10 minutes in length, so pretty much a Raw match. It could have been better, but as I said, this is kind of TV quality. You could see this every week on Raw, which we kind of have been seeing every week on Raw. So another B minus match.
I actually did give it a B minus.
There we go, on
Yes.
the
So,
same wavelength.
I mean, they said that they're big match New Day. It wasn't really a big match. Like normally New Day matches, like look at the matches with the Usos, they go deep in the water like 20, 25 minutes. If we had gotten like 20 minutes, I think they could have done some real business here, possibly gotten even an A minus. But I mean, congratulations to Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin's first tag title run in WWE in 17 years. That's a nice little drought. It's
Is
another
that
hurt.
a, is that a record of in between title runs?
Um, it might be because I know Rock is he came back and won the title. It was like 10 years in between or whatever. So
Not
that
including the 24/7 championship. RIP to Pat Patterson.
oh yeah, R.I.P. to Pat Patterson. No, yeah, I think that's like an official. Yeah, I think that's it. But so I mean, Hurt Business, Raw Tag Titles, U.S. Championship. Is MVP? Is he looking for some gold too?
I said possibly, a way if you want to get rid of the 24/7 title, have MVP win
No,
it
no,
and
no,
and
no,
say
no,
this
no,
this
no.
thing is trash. We don't need it anymore.
He's about business. He wants the main prize.
Or maybe Bobby Lashley sees what Kenny Omega's doing and he wants all the titles. He wants to be the WWE champion and US champion.
Or maybe he wins the WWE title, then relinquishes the US title to MVP. Yeah. Yeah,
There
we
you
can do
go.
that.
Speaking of the Raw Tag Team division, feels like the Hurt Business of New Day have been just going back and forth the entire time for like the past month or two. What is next? Are we just going to see the New Day face off against the Hurt Business again for like a month? Or are we going to see another tag team insert their name into the title hunt?
What other tag teams are there?
My point exactly. Then we had a video recap about all the shenanigans between Biggie and Sami Zayn. Then we get the WWE Women's Tag Team title match. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, the champions, defended against Asuka and a mystery partner who wasn't such a mystery if you paid attention to the internet today. And that person was Charlotte. Philip, we kind of knew this was going to happen. And here it is. Charlotte is back.
I already knew this was gonna happen. You know,
You
she
guys share
she
your shit streets?
uh uh um. I, did, Are you insinuating I'm from the streets?
I mean, I keep my ears to the streets.
Do you belong to the streets, Brandon?
I'm not saying I belong to the streets.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Might be
okay.
affiliated with the streets.
Okay, okay. There's
I
slight
know people who know people.
there's slight association with the streets.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really a surprise, her music hit. I'm like, oh, okay. I popped for seeing Rick watching Charlotte because I love Nate. This was pretty good. I did enjoy this. Charlotte chopping down the beast that is Nia Jax, and then her tangling up with Shayna Baszler for a little bit. Natural selection doesn't normally win matches, but it won this one. It won her a tag team championship. So could we say Charlotte's the greatest women's wrestler of all time?
One could say that.
I mean,
Me personally, I wouldn't say it.
Asuka has her beat. She's won Money in the Bank. Charlotte hasn't done that yet.
There you go. Asuka by far way better than Charlotte. So yes, Charlotte and Asuka win in 10 minutes to capture the women's tag titles. I thought the match was fine. I'm once again not a big fan of Shayna Baszler being the designated fall person in this match. I feel like she can be so much more, and such a fall from grace. I feel like since her match with Becky Lynch, maybe she should have won. Probably should have won, especially what we know what happened with Becky and her pregnancy. But I thought it was all right. I'm going to give this like a C plus. I mean, especially with the mystery partner, it didn't have like a lot of gusto. Like if it had like, I know if we had Lana, the match wouldn't be as good, but at least there's like a story there.
Yeah, I gave it a B. I mean, Shannon Baszler, her fall from grace was after that Cow Palace show when she retained the AEW Women's or not APW Women's Championship.
Which she
Really,
probably still holds onto because I haven't seen
really,
anything
what?
since.
I didn't even know they had one. Like, where is that thing? I need answers.
WWE didn't have an IC title until Pat Patterson just magically went to Brazil.
Rio de Janeiro, I know, but like I need to know the origins of this. I need to sit down with Marcus Mack. Jesus, Roman Reigns had a match on
Roman
this
Reigns did have a match,
show.
and
Yeah,
he went up against Kevin Owens for the WWE Universal title in a TLC match. Roman gets his entrance first, a little peculiar because usually the champion would enter second, but it was all for a cause because KO just attacked Roman during his music. And we get Jey Uso coming out, and then KO fends him off, and they go back and forth, and then Jey makes another return. So pretty much this entire match was a pseudo handicap match. Apparently, Kevin Owens doesn't have any friends, but Roman spears KO. He is like laughing, crawls up the ladder, but then KO makes a run, stops him, tempts Roman to kill him, and he sidesteps him. Roman goes to the barricade. Kevin Owens tries to make a run for it. He doesn't. Get a little bit more action. Jey also gets involved as well. But Roman ultimately wins and retains the Universal title at 25 minutes. I very much enjoyed this match, Philip. What do you think about it?
Well, first off, of course, Kevin Owens doesn't have any friends. I mean, look, he turns on all of them. Yeah, uh, absolutely. 25 minutes. It didn't feel like that. I mean, I gave it an A minus. So this is the only match on the show I gave an A. Roman spearing himself, like we're going through that barricade. I was like, oh my God, yo, that was crazy. That was insane, dude. It really was. I popped hard for that. But Kevin Owens, he played an underdog, and I really believed in it. I was like, are they gonna do it? Like they had me for a second. I'm like, yo, is he really about to win the championship? Because I was thinking like, oh, that's the perfect way to get it off Roman. He's not pinned or submitted or whatever. But then Roman climbs up, locks in the guillotine, chokes him out on the ladder or whatnot. If Kevin should have taken a bump through a table like while he's unconscious, falling off the ladder, thought that would have made it even better. But all in all, Roman Reigns is still our Universal Champion.
Yeah, I love this match. I'm gonna give it an A. I thought this match was really strong. I like the story they told. I mean, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso by far the best thing going in WWE to this day. Just because they don't have any haha funny segments. It's just straightforward and it's super serious. And I'm not going to say I'm going to, take away from the match, but the only thing is like, I just wish like Kevin Owens could have been the guy to dethrone Roman Reigns like at WrestleMania or something like that. But because the way WWE books their talent, he's just another guy, another step on the ladder, another rung on the ladder to whatever they're doing at WrestleMania. See what I did there? But I think there still is room for Kevin Owens to do another match, maybe a cage match or something, because the odds were so much against him with Jay. Who knows what Jimmy's going to be doing? But I really did enjoy we thought that Roman was just going to win, just laugh him off, and he crawls up the ladder and wins, kind of unceremoniously. But no, we get like an extra 5 minutes of drama, which I very much enjoyed. So I think the two TLC matches definitely bring up the entire grade of this show because both of them are very strong.
Absolutely, and to go with your point about like there's no haha, it's just business. Like normally you'll get some okay, like with Kevin Owens and Jericho. I mean, mainly they were a comedy act, but they did have serious moments. You know what I mean? Like just there's no comedy. There's nothing haha about it. Roman's here to be the face of the company and to provide for his family. It's just that simple.
Yeah, and
And
even
I
with
like that.
Drew, like for the most part, he's serious, but there's also like some aspects where he's kind of laid back and cuts a joke here and there. But with Roman, there's absolutely none of it, and that's what makes it like that much better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the only time Roman's haha is like, "Did you really just try to do that to me?" Like with when he was laughing off Kevin Owens climbing up the ladder. Like, all right, you had your little moment. It's time for me to go home the champ. I thoroughly enjoy this.
Well, after an A match, in my opinion, we take it down to Randy Orton versus The Fiend in a Firefly Inferno match in your main event. Phillip,
What was the time on this?
the official time. This is I don't get the time on here if I refresh it. But why? What did you feel like the match length was?
I don't know. So when
But technically, I don't even know if there was a winner. Like the winner was never like actually announced. There was no bell. They said
I
you
mean,
have
a
to
man
win by.
was set on fire twice. I think
I
the
know,
guy that
but
didn't
where's the bell? I need the belt for it to be official.
I mean, I think the guy that didn't get set on fire won. Absolutely.
Let's go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia has all the answers, right?
Bro, like I so there was no like fire around the ring. I'm like, I thought this was an Inferno match. And then it was around the dome, and I'm like, oh. And then the rocking chair, and hey, that was kind of a cool spot. I'm not gonna lie. The whole like, is it gonna get
Wikipedia is telling me 12 minutes.
really? Oh, dude, it felt like a lot longer than that. Oh, it felt like 32 minutes. Jesus. Yeah. So I was like, oh, Randy, is he gonna get burnt? Nope. So that didn't happen. The Fiend catches fire, but then he slides in the ring, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy's unstoppable. Then he gets RKO'd. So they did say the first person to be set on fire would lose. That's how an Inferno match works. I don't know why there wasn't a bell. I don't know why, but there wasn't a
Everyone
bell.
was just so in awe of what was happening in front of them.
Hell, the timekeeper and bell guy probably ran out of there because there was so much fire. You know.
Just
But
have like the bell plugged into the amp or whatever they do. I don't know.
I don't
Have them away in the truck and they can ring the bell that way if they're so scared.
But Brandon, I think we witnessed murder.
Yes, so I think we might have witnessed a murder because after everything that happened, Randy then beats up the Fiend, gives him the flaming RKO, which, as stupid as this match was, I thought that was kind of a cool visual. I can't lie. He douses the Fiend with gasoline, quote unquote, and then he takes like 20 minutes.
Quote unquote, it was gasoline. Did you not see the match?
I mean, I can't
light him on fire.
I can't smell it. Maybe it might have been some other
We're
flammable
sitting at
substance.
home. It was in a gas can. What else?
You can put water in a gas can. Doesn't mean it's gas.
It's not gonna light him on fire
Yeah,
like
you
that.
can put some other, flammable substance. Maybe it's lighter fluid. Yeah.
You know what? I'm sure it's gonna leak out whether it was gas or not. We'll have an answer on the Bullet Cast.
We need the answers. We need the people to tell me. But anyways, yeah. So he douses them in gas, and then he takes the match, and he waits forever. The match almost burns out, but then he throws the match on the Fiend, and clear cutaway to either a stunt double or a dead body or a dummy. I don't know which one it is.
That was the Fiend. What are you talking about?
Sorry. The Fiend, the real Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt caught on fire, just motionless, laying there in the middle of the ring, and no paramedics, no fire extinguishers, no firefighters, no nothing, no EMTs. We just have Randy Orton hitting his pose with the fire bursting as we fade to black.
This, can, can,
Psychology.
can we add "Burn It Down" to his theme song since Seth has new music? Can we do that?
I guess we could. Also, who was the babyface in the situation? Because I thought like the Fiend was the face going into it, but then it's the Fiend, and then Bray
No,
Wyatt or Randy Orton's always back and forth, and I am very confused on what am I supposed to
no,
feel.
no. He's not a baby face. He's a demonic creature. That's like calling the devil a baby face. You can't do that.
But he has puppets.
No, no.
Okay, so Happy Bray, Funhouse Bray is a face, but the Fiend is a heel.
We don't know what Funhouse Bray truly is. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Finn Balor's demon. You know what I mean? Like the demon is a heel. Demons can't be baby faces. Demonic super creatures can't be baby faces. You know what I mean?
To some people, to some other people, they're
Well, to
white meat
atheists,
baby
yeah,
faces.
to atheists, yeah, devil's the baby. Like, dude, I don't know. I don't know.
But technically, atheists don't believe in anything.
That's true. But I think
Satan,
that
Satanists, if we're gonna get all political and
Satanists, yes, they think the Fiend is a baby face. They think the Fiend's Hogan in like '87. Jesus. Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't know how to really feel about this. Maybe I need to watch it again to really just kind of soak it in. You know,
that one's on you. You can
maybe
rewatch it and tell me how you feel.
is it too late to add it for match of the year? Is it too late to do that?
I think you're gonna text someone saying it's the match of the year.
No,
No,
no.
no.
Oh no, that was work. Jesus.
Hmm.
Uh huh. So
I didn't give it a grade yet. I don't think you did either.
I
I'm gonna give it an F for Firefly and Inferno. I think this is honestly that might be the only time I've ever given a match an F, and I'm giving it an F.
I
I don't care.
I don't even know. I'm still just trying to process it all. Like I may have seen a man die on TV. I mean, at least they didn't do what Impact did and had a kid get run over by a train. At least they didn't do that.
Or have someone get shot in a during a wedding.
Which one was that?
Was it Johnny Bravo? He got shot on his wedding or during a wedding.
Oh yeah,
Ask
yeah.
Cindy, she'll know.
Of course, Impact. Yeah. I don't know what to. I really don't know what to call it, man. I'm still just trying to process it all. But I mean, that's a match of the year contender. Am I right though?
Do we have a worst match of the year?
I took that. I took out the worst moment of the year. I took that
You need to.
out.
I mean, if you're gonna put anything from this match, put that in worst moment of the year because, I mean, everyone's just clowning this, and this just kind of. I'm not gonna say it's desperation because I just feel like they had this plan from the get go. Now, is this their way to kill off the Fiend? Like write him off and have Bray Wyatt come back, or what do you do after a man just got lit on fire and his face and everything was just torched? Is he going to be like the new Kane?
No, he's gonna. What if he looks like Deadpool, like under the mask, or like Freddy Krueger or something like that? That'd be interesting.
Philip,
Oh,
don't give him any ideas.
yo,
Don't give
hey,
him any ideas.
hey, yo, that we could tell some serious stories here. The Phoenix is gonna rise again.
We
He's
already
gonna
have Ghostface in NXT. We don't need Freddy Krueger in WWE.
do like, hey man, they talk about they need more adult content, or that's what USA Network wants for Raw. We could do some spooky but weird and interesting stuff, man. I'm kind of open to it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of open to it. I'm
No, no.
like let's get some just raw attitude, weird stuff going on with the Fiend, man. He's gonna resurrect. That's what's gonna happen.
They took it just they went too far. Like, okay, it's an Inferno match. The Fiend got lit on fire. You give him the RKO. It's a cool visual. Okay, Randy wins. But no, they had to go that extra mile to light the man on fire where it's clearly not the guy. It's something. I don't know what it is. And you're just gonna like I'm excited to watch Raw tomorrow, not because I want to, just I want to see like how do they portray this? Like what the hell?
Things are gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, what else could the Fiend have really done? Let's be real. Takers, let's retired or whatever. Kane is a mayor somewhere. He beat Cena. He beat everybody else. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, on that note, Philip, overall, we had some good stuff. We had some okay stuff, and we had The Fiend and Randy Orton. Overall, last show of 2020 for WWE.
In the
What are you
pay-per-view
giving it?
realm.
In the pay-per-view realm, we still got some Raws and SmackDowns.
And the Slammies are coming up. You can't forget the slams.
Don't forget
Slams.
those slams. Don't forget those slams.
I mean, the casties are better. I'm just going to say that right now.
Coming soon.
Oh, yes. You know, people are... There are some stealaways as I'm looking at the sheet, man. Some stealaways for breakouts.
Got some upsets?
One of them might be an upset, and I'm going to be kind of upset if that actually happens. Because I'm going to question everyone's humanity. You know?
All right, I'll give my grade first. I'm going to go with a C. I'm just going to give it a C. I know I really, really enjoyed the 2 TLC matches. The women's matches and the tag team match were fine, but then the Inferno match just plummets it all the way down. It's like that one grade, that one test you didn't really study for and you just bombed, and you're hoping you have that teacher that'll throw it out. You know those teachers.
Curve it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You get like one mulligan. If WWE had a mulligan, they would have thrown that Inferno match out.
I'll give it a C plus. I'll give it a C plus. Okay. You know, I thoroughly enjoyed Roman and KO. I wish different things happened in the WWE title match, but it was still good. Women's tag title match, I thought was very nice, very, very, very nice. Yeah. I think this is the first pay-per-view where R-Truth successfully just kept the 24/7 title too.
Like, did he have a match?
No, like normally he just like gets rolled up in the back or something. So yeah.
Good day for R-Truth. And he's gonna be hosting the Slammies too.
Oh man, oh boy.
Can't wait for that. So we got a C and a C- for TLC. Tell us what you thought of TLC. Philip, if they want to tell us what they thought of TLC, where could they do that?
You can slide in our DMs at the Bulletcast on Twitter, at the Bulletcast on Instagram, at Bulletcast on Twitter. Email us bulletcast2 sweet@gmail.com. Yeah, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 more shows for the remainder of 2020. A regular episode of the Bulletcast, maybe Wednesday night, Thursday, we don't know yet. And then the week after that, the last week of 2020, will be the Casties. Yeah, man, we're excited for the Bulletcast Awards. We really are. You know,
so excited. You know, Christmas Eve we're going to drop that episode. You know, light the fire. I don't know if you do Christmas Eve or Christmas, but you can listen to us while you either prepare for Christmas or just in the thick of it.
Roasting some marshmallows, you know, leaving Santa some milk and cookies, you know,
or driving frantically to Target or the mall because you forgot your cousin's present that you should have got a month ago, but.
You know what, bro?
That's just how it works.
Give somebody a 10 spot or give them scratchers or something. They win, they win. They lose, they lose. It's the easiest thing to do, man. It's the easiest thing to do. Yep. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Stay clean, stay strong, stay safe, stay quarantined. Diamonds are forever. So is the microphone messiah. Oh, yeah.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.